10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Political change is reshaping the Middle East and North Africa. Mohammed al-Baradi, one of Egypt's most prominent political leaders, has just come out of a panel discussion on this topic at the Asian Investment Conference and joins us now. Mr. al-Baradi, before we look into the turmoil in the Middle East, could you explain why you dropped your bid to become Egypt's president?
Well, I thought that I would only do that if there is a level playing field, if there is a process of genuine democracy. And what I've seen so far is not at all, the kind of environment I can run in good conscience. So I decided I would be more effective to work from the outside than from within the system.
So should we be lowering our expectations of democracy in Egypt with halted foreign direct investment and tourism declining?
I don't think so. I mean, after many decades of repression, it will take a bit of time. We were pretty optimistic to think that things will happen overnight. It might take another year or two until things get stabilized, but I think if we look medium term, things look pretty good. I mean, people are becoming free, people are focusing on social justice, huge opportunities for investment, both foreign direct investment and business investment. So you might just hold your breath for a few months, but I think after 6 months or so, things will go in the right direction, I hope.
What are those investment opportunities that you mentioned?
Well, there's a lot in the agro-industry, in tourism, in logistics and communication services. Egypt is pretty much a virgin country. There's a lot of opportunities both for Egypt and for the Middle East, Egypt as a hub for the rest of the Arab world. So there are a lot, and if people want to make their bid now, I think this is now a good time. But I would say things would be clearer in a few months.
Let's broaden the picture a little bit. What effect do you think the turmoil in the Middle East now will have on the rest of the world?
Well, it's definitely will have a great impact. I mean, as you know, in terms of oil and gas, I mean, this is the largest reservoir in that part of the world. So whatever is happening in terms of economic development, political evolution, it will have major impact, and that's why we need to make sure that we will get it right, particularly in Egypt, that will have an impact on the rest of the Arab world, on sub-Saharan Africa, and we need to establish a relationship of peace and trust between the Middle East and the rest of the world. So everybody should be is interested in making sure that we move in the right direction.
More specifically, how will that impact the supply of oil and gas to the world?
Well, I think in an environment of peace and stability, you will have uninterrupted gas and oil. There's a lot of tension in the region, as you know, both within each country, both in the region as a whole because of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, because of the Iranian tension or crisis with the West. So we need to work on these regional issues, and we also need to work within each country to make sure that you have a cohesive society, people feel free and feel that they're being treated equally and fair. And that's what we are trying to do now in Egypt, and hopefully we'll succeed, and the impact will be seen in the different parts of the Arab world.
Thank you, Dr. al-Baradi.
Pleasure. Thanks.
Stay tuned to AIC TV for more insights for thought leaders.